Hi there, beautiful Scorpio friends. Welcome to my channel, True North Zodiac Tarot. So happy to have you here. Welcome if you are returning. Thank you so much for your support of my channel. This is a new channel for me. I also have a pick a card channel. The link to that is in the description box below. My name is Elle. I'm a tarot reader. And this channel is for zodiac sign readings. And all the readings are completely timeless. So whenever you are drawn to the reading based on the picture or the title, just trust that there will be a message for you. Okay, Scorpio. Let's see. What has been going on for you, Scorpio? What has been going on for you? What has been going on for Scorpio? Whoa. A couple of cups there. Let's see. So you've got, oh, the World. So possibly some travel, or the World can also speak of completion. Something has been closing out. Some kind of cycle has been closing out. And we've got Strength as well. So whatever that cycle was, it's something that you've had to be really strong through. We have just had, if you are watching this at the time of upload, we have just had the eclipse season. We've had the full moon eclipse in Taurus, which has been pretty intense for many people. So certainly there might have been something that has eclipsed out of your life that you've had to kind of face, release maybe a bit of darkness. I see with this Strength card there's like a cyclone in the background, so some sort of a energy that's been whipped up and then blown over. There's a lot of wind actually in both of these cards, because there's this gust of wind here that's like she's thrown her hat to the wind, and then in this case it's like a cyclone. So I feel like this is like to do with a lot of energy that's been around you, Scorpio, that maybe isn't even your energy. It's like other people's energy that's been whipped up around you. Okay, so that's the energy you've been in. I'm going to move those a little bit off to one side, and then we're going to look at what's coming in for you. What's coming in for Scorpio? What's coming? Wow. Knight of Wands. So taking action towards something, taking very passionate and enthusiastic action towards something. And King of Cups, something that's going to bring you a lot of emotional fulfillment and happiness. What is this Knight of Wands about? Looking into options, Seven of Cups, fantasizing about something, or figuring out what it is that you really want from a number of different options. This person's at a shop and it's like they're choosing from, like, do I want love? Do I want creativity? Do I want this? Do I want that? It's like options are available for you, Scorpio, as a result of whatever this cycle was that's closed out, and having to find the strength after some sort of a stormy period that's maybe left. You're taking action towards this emotional fulfillment that I feel like could come to you through a number of different things, or even a number of different people. Like, you know, this could be some of you are dating. You're looking for like your King of Cups. Your King of Cups is going to come in, your romantic partner or something, through, you know, you might be like going out dating a number of different people, saying like, is this person for me? Is that person right for me? Like, what are my options here? Because this person is the bubble that she's got her hand towards is a love heart here. So there could be some sort of a seeking a romantic partner. For those of you that are already in a partnership, I feel like this is just to do with you're looking at maybe some different creative options, or some kind of options in some other realm in your life, whether it's through work or some kind of creative project, or just something that's going to bring you some kind of emotional fulfillment and happiness, and like just feeling really kind of comfortable. This person's like looking pretty comfy on their throne. They've got like bare feet. This particular King of Cups can talk about someone who is a little bit emotionally isolated, though. Like they're pretty happy on their own. They're just quite good and content in their own company, but they've kind of created a little bit of an island for themselves. It's sort of like, I'm just hearing that quote, like, no man is an island. So maybe there's something around being careful that whatever you are pursuing with that Knight of Cups energy, whatever you're taking action towards, whatever option you're going to go towards, that it isn't something that like emotionally isolates you too much. And puts you in a sort of hermit energy. Yeah, that's quite a specific message. That might only be for a few of you. Let's just see. Let's just get some more cards. What is coming in for Scorpio? I feel like that one wants to come out. Queen of Swords. Yeah, making a decision. Cutting through something. Being very decisive and clear. And Queen of Swords can speak of being a little bit like not super emotional, like using logic and using more like the rational brain to make a decision about something, as opposed to emotions, like just sort of cutting through any emotions that are clouding an issue and being very decisive based on more sort of the mind and what the mind is saying. So that's quite interesting. I'm going to move these off to one side. This is what's coming in for you, Scorpio. Let's just get one more card. What's coming in for Scorpio? Woo! Oh, goodness. Got a lot. Okay. Seven of Swords. So this is like, this can speak of some kind of moving away from something, kind of sneaking off. It can be a little bit of a deceptive energy. This person's kind of like leaving in the night. They're sort of huddling their swords and kind of sneaking off. And then we've also got the Star, which is to do with healing. So this is interesting. I might have to move this back and do another row, actually. Okay, so I'm going to move this like this, and we'll put Queen of Swords down here. Seven of Swords, the Star, and one. That's too many cards that dropped in now. I'm not going to take all of these. Right. Just going to ask, what is this? What is this Seven of Swords about? What is this? Whoa, okay. Wow, interesting. Death and the Devil. So cutting away of something. Cutting away of something that was like a bit of an addiction, or something that was an attachment, or maybe a bit manipulative, or a bit controlling, or yeah, just quite sort of addictive energy. Let me move the Star along a bit, because I feel like that's what's coming in after all of this, because I asked this about the Seven of Swords. To clarify the Seven of Swords, we've got Death and the Devil. So yeah, this is quite a specific message. So this will, as I said, my readings are timeless, and it's whenever you're drawn to them. So if this isn't a situation you've been going through, then don't force this to fit. Just leave the reading and come back another time, or try another reading, or try your moon sign or rising sign or something like that, because this is quite a specific scenario I'm getting here. It feels very much to do with like a love relationship or a love situation or some kind of dating scenario. So this Knight of Wands could be someone who came in with a lot of passion. Like it was very sort of hot and heavy and passionate, and a little bit. Knight of Wands can speak of someone who's a little bit in that more perhaps like sexual energy, like just pursuing something for a physical connection or something like that. And it may be that with that King of Cups and Seven of Cups here, what you've been looking for, Scorpio, is more of a love relationship. Perhaps, not necessarily, but, you know, for some of you, I think that has been what's been the case. And then you've had to make a decision with that Queen of Swords. You've had to cut something away, be quite decisive about something that's been going on, that's been a bit deceptive. you've had to kind of end a connection. You've had to, it's like cut the cords. I'm seeing someone maybe doing some kind of like energy clearing, cord cutting, or even just, you know, physically having to put up boundaries, like cut someone out of your life in some way, because there's been some kind of negative attachment. Now, it may not be a love thing. It could just be someone who you've had some kind of other type of connection with. But it feels more like this is to do with a romantic connection. But it could be, yeah, like someone who's been sneaky in, like, I don't know, a close colleague or something at work, and they've just been really sneaky and deceptive and maybe speaking about you behind your back, like just really toxic kind of behavior, and you've had to cut that away because it's this sort of devil energy. Like just very negative, toxic, like trying to spread rumors or negativity or something like that. Yeah, it's interesting because I spoke of something like that at the beginning, actually, with that cyclone, and I felt like this was like other people's energy that was around you, which is why you've had to cultivate this real strength within you, Scorpio, because there's been this like storm around you, and I feel like that is whatever that devil is, like just negative stuff, like other people's negative stuff that's been trying to suck you in. It's like a cyclone just pulls things into its orbit, you know. And this person, this sort of negative, like manipulative person, like you can see this person's like this devil in this case is trying to lure these sort of innocent young children with like money and ice cream. So it's like someone who's tried to, a kind of, yeah, maybe a Knight of Wands figure or a King of Cups even person who's tried to lure you in with something that's been quite addictive, and you've really had to stand your ground and find your strength, because they're quite a sneaky, deceptive energy. So you've had to go from like wondering if this is love or some kind of genuine option to possibly cutting it away with the Queen of Swords, like being really strong, setting strong boundaries, cutting something away. Something's ending with this Death card here, and it's this negative attachment. But with the Star here, you're definitely going through some healing. Apologies for that interruption there, Scorpio. My partner just came home and I'm using his his bedroom at the moment to do filming in, because we're in transition between Canada and the UK, and then we're going to France next, so it's all everything's a bit chaotic, so apologies. Anyway, getting back to your reading. So yeah, I'm really sorry if this resonates, if you've been going through the Scorpio, because this is really rough, and I just feel like you absolutely don't deserve this. But whatever this is, if this is some sort of a sneaky energy, I feel like with that Strength card there, it's really come into your life, come in and cleared out of your life. It's caused a bit of chaos and a bit of a storm here, but it's created that storm in order to help galvanize you and create a really strong, I'm hearing like a strong backbone within yourself, so that you can really be this like Queen of Swords energy and be really strong with your boundaries and strong with who you let in and around you. Yeah, it's like Seven of Swords under the Strength card is like creating, yeah, a strong, healthy boundary so that you can keep out people who are going to take from you, basically. You know, because this could be on any level. This could be someone who's been a bit like emotionally dishonest or deceptive, or like maybe cheated or backstabbed you or kind of gossiped or something. Or it could just be someone who, you know, it could be someone in your vicinity who's just a bit of a taker, you know, at the sort of mild end of things. This may not be as dramatic as like, you know, a whole kind of sort of say narcissistic type relationship, and more just people who, this like chaos of energy around you of just people who are just not very boundaried themselves or not very emotionally astute. And, you know, especially with you Scorpio, you know, if you're Scorpio Sun or Scorpio, even Scorpio Moon, you're very yeah, I'm now seeing you, sorry to interrupt, I'm just now seeing you as this King of Cups. It's like you're this person who's very like sensitive to the energies around you, the emotions of others around you, so you've had to kind of like withdraw. It's like this is your energy being kind of this island a little bit, because you've had maybe these people around you come and take energy from you, or just take your time, and yeah, it's like energy vampires. But like the reason I'm sighing is because I don't really like using that word. I feel like this is people, unconscious people who aren't aware of what they're doing. They're sort of unevolved souls, or unaware, unconscious souls who very like low vibrational, low energy, and they're not sensitive to other people's energy or other people's boundaries, and they just take, they just take and take people's energy. And it can feel in the moment like a bit of a devil energy, like a really heavy, sorry I'm pausing so much, Scorpio. There's a lot going on here, and I'm picking up so much energy coming through. And I'm trying to discern, because there's kind of different groups. It's like there's a spectrum. Some of you, this is a really intense, like romantic entanglement that you're really having to cut away and set up healthy boundaries to kind of clear out someone who has been, really deceptive. And for others of you, it's a little bit more subtle, and it's more just people kind of taking your energy, or even taking your ideas and sneaking off with them. This could be in a workplace scenario. You've just been around a lot of chaos energy. You've had this cyclone come into your life in the recent past, but it's, the energy you're kind of moving into is this galvanizing yourself, finding that strength within to deal with these types of people, to cut cords with them, to get rid of them, to set boundaries, to like be like, no more. I don't need this devil in my life. I don't need this manipulative person or manipulative people or whatever. Like you're finding your being able to set boundaries with a lot more strength and conviction and clarity as well, around knowing like who's sneaky and who's good for you and who isn't good for you. And with the star, it's like I feel like it's saying two things. One is that the star is to do with healing. So it's like this process of going through this connection, however painful it was, and however uncomfortable it was to have to like go through it and then sever the ties with this person, and go through that ending. It's you're going to receive the kind of healing that you need. Definitely, I'm sort of seeing like with the green coming out of her hands, that's the heart chakra. So for some of you, this may well have been an emotional connection or a love romantic connection. So there's some heart chakra healing. There's the blue there, which is throat chakra healing, which is to do with like speaking your truth. And with this Queen of Swords, she's wearing a blue dress as well. So there's something around you speaking up, speaking your truth, speaking your boundaries, not letting people get away with stuff, cutting away people that aren't serving you, attachments that aren't serving you, addictions that aren't serving you, whether it's an addiction to someone else or whatever it might be. But there's a lot of healing, heart chakra healing. The pink is also the feminine side of the heart chakra as well, so it's very goddess energy. So there's a lot of healing that's going to come in as a result of this. And also the star is also to do with destiny and like things that are fated or things that your soul has agreed to before it comes into this incarnation. Whoops, sorry, the card just fell on the ground. So I feel like the cycle that you've gone through with the world, I mentioned this is something that's closing, something in your life that's closing out. It's like that cycle that you had to go through of figuring all of this out was very destined for you. Yeah, it needed to happen to help you create, to help you find this strength to be able to set boundaries in the future with other people. Yeah, I'm going to pull an oracle card for you now, Scorpio. Slippery. Okay. Right. Let's see. Another card for Scorpio. Green Fairy. Mischief, freedom, and reckless. Interesting about the mischief with that Seven of Swords and that cyclone there. I'm gonna... Card number 23. Mischief, freedom, and reckless. Let's see. Let me just read from the book here about that one. Okay, so it's to do with like if you've been too serious about something, like letting your hair down and having fun and like being able to be free of something. So I feel like it's kind of like the energy that's going to come in as a result of cutting cords with something, like the ending of a cycle, letting go of some energy around you that has been very heavy. And then you're able to like really go into this sort of carefree, throwing your hat to the wind, like having fun, putting your toes in the sand, like being able to find joy again. Yeah, it's talking about stepping out of your comfort zone. Have you become a bit stuck or just a bit too serious? You may have had a valid reason for your situation and need to be serious. Yeah, but you need to be reminded you are here to have fun and enjoy life also. While you're getting everything done that needs to get done, you are missing out on some really fun stuff. Do you even know you are stressed? Who are you now compared to who you were when you were young and carefree? Yeah, this is very like young and carefree energy here, I feel like. Are there aspects of yourself that you would like to reintegrate? What can you do to lessen your load, or how can you take some time out to do the things that you used to enjoy that made you laugh and relax? Maybe just call on the Green Fairy to show you. So maybe as part of this star here, the healing from whatever this scenario was, you know, on whatever scale that is, like there's I keep dropping that world card for some reason. It doesn't want to stay out. Which could be kind of a sign that this energy is like something you're finding a little bit difficult to integrate, that kind of carefreeness, which I can understand if you've been through this sort of situation that you've had to create, like find a lot of strength to stay away from this kind of whirlpool of negative energy, like cyclone of negative energy that's tried to pull you in and sort of manipulate you or suck you in with something. But I think there's a need with the Green Fairy and the World card. There's kind of a need to find your joy again, find yourself again, find things that you find fun that will be quite healing to you. I mean, this is also the Green Fairy, and I spoke of like heart chakra healing. So it's like, you know, being able to let joy and life and fun back into your heart space will be very healing for you. I'm going to get one more card for Scorpio. Oh, blue. Yeah, depressed, isolated, help. Interesting. We've got green and blue, which are the same two colors with the healing on the star here. And then I spoke about with the King of Cups about someone being in isolation. And I feel at the beginning, I felt like this was someone else's energy, but towards the end of the reading, this felt more and more like your energy, Scorpio. And this is a water sign as well, and you're a water sign. So, yeah, this could be you as a result of whatever this devil situation was that you've had to cut away, this sneaky person or people or situation. You've kind of gone into a bit of like on an island, you've kind of hermited yourself, emotionally speaking, like not literally, maybe literally, maybe you live on an island, but I think like more, you know, metaphysically or metaphorically, or, you know, emotionally, you've kind of just, you're quite comfortable in your own energy, and so you're withdrawing yourself a little bit. You've maybe isolated yourself a little bit, which is natural if you have gone through this. I completely understand that. I've been there. I really get it. But yeah, depressed, isolated help. Definitely some heart chakra and throat chakra energy. There's been something that's been, I just get a really kind of heavy energy that's been around you. And I feel like I said at the beginning, it's this cyclone energy that's not even your energy. It's someone else that's put this on you, or you've got sucked into it in some way, which is really horrible. And you don't deserve that. But you are going to go through some healing with that star there. Let me read from the book, the blue one, because there'll be some beautiful guidance here from this fairy. Is this a time when you or someone you know is feeling down? A strong feeling of isolation that is so powerful you feel like you don't know your place in the world? Are you feeling alone and wishing you could find some way of making the pain go away? This is a time where you need to reach out. It may be as small as asking a friend over to talk to, or picking up the phone and calling a loved one. Either way, you need to know that you are not alone. Your guides and spirits are always there and have never left you, even though you feel like there is no one. Oh, Scorpio, gosh, I really feel your pain. I can feel it in my heart. Like I'm more clairaudient than the other clairs, but I do have a little bit of clairsentience sometimes that comes through. So I feel the feelings from the energy I'm picking up from the collective, which I feel like is quite a small collective of Scorpios, Scorpio moons who are drawn to this at this time, who've gone through this, but it is very heavy pain. And I feel like you are quite isolated and alone, like this King of Cups, and there is a need to really reach out to some friends and some people who can give you a bit of light, and some healing. So, when you feel distant, ask yourself, have I put up a wall? Have I distanced myself from everyone? What has caused me this pain that I felt the need to withdraw? Take a moment to think of the things in your life that create joy. It may be an animal, a hobby, a person that makes you smile. Draw on that feeling and make it grow inside you. Feel the joy, the happiness, and the love. Push away the bad feelings and bring your wall down, even if just a little. It is always a good time when you are not feeling your best to ground and protect yourself. Your energy needs to flow as it may be stuck. Do a grounding and protection exercise that feels right to you. Sometimes when we are in a vulnerable state, it leaves us open to other energies that can affect us. Yeah, what was I saying about the other energies that are trying to come in, swirling around your energy field? If you've been a bit down and isolated, you might have attracted this, not consciously or deliberately. I'm not saying you've done this to yourself. It's just natural that, if you're quite an empathic person, which Scorpios often are, naturally anyway, if you have quite an empath soul, then you might have attracted magnetically this sort of taker energy with that Seven of Swords. Someone or a group or something of people who have tried to come in and kind of suck your energy down even further. So sometimes when we're in a vulnerable state, it leaves us open to other energies that can affect us. And when we don't allow those energies in, it can give us just the lift we need. Yeah, see, Queen of Swords, setting boundaries, not letting other people take from us. If this card is for someone you feel is experiencing this, maybe it is up to you to reach out to them. Maybe they seem as though they don't need help, but deep down it is exactly what they need. Small acts of kindness can be just what someone needs, especially to those that wear a mask to cover their sadness. Oh, yeah. I don't want to leave it there. I'm going to pull one more card. Scorpio, sorry, I know this reading's gone on quite long, but I just feel like some of you are going through a right time right now. Goodness, what is coming through? Can I have another one? Oh, beautiful. This is much better. The pentagram, number 27. Protection, balance, and unity. Yeah, so grounding yourself, protecting yourself, maybe crystals, maybe being by the water, maybe being near the earth, going for a walk in the forest. Whatever you need to do to protect your energy against this devil energy you've had in your life, this sort of manipulative energy or sneaky energy, whether it was someone you were dating or someone you were in a relationship with or someone at work or a family member, someone you've had to kind of, maybe some cord cutting ritual could be really helpful as well to help protect you. But you are being protected. I see you are destined to kind of go through some kind of healing as a result of this, which will balance your energy. Let me just see if there's another message from the book. So I would like to leave you with something a little bit more uplifting. Whoops, card number 27. The pentagram. Yeah. When you draw this card, it is asking you to find balance and unity within your life. Where are you out of balance, and what do you need in order to bring back harmony? Are you too fiery and quick to anger? Maybe you're lacking motivation or the fire to achieve what you desire. Are your emotions flowing like the water element that they are? Are you holding back tears, or do they keep flooding out? Maybe you are feeling a bit scattered and need some grounding, or perhaps you are lacking guidance and need to work with spirit more. Have you become rigid and need to be more fluid like air and move more? When we bring things back to a simple approach of looking for what is not balanced, we can begin to seek out for ourselves that which will bring back balance to our lives. Call on the element you need to help you. Yeah, so really tune into, like, you know, the 5 elements of air, water, earth, ether, fire, and see which one is calling to you. Which one do you feel like will be the most healing? Go in search of where the elements reside. Seek out a natural creek, the sea, a lake, garden, and get your bare feet on the earth. Light a fire, a candle, or keep warm if you need to. Seek out places where you can be in the wind and ask for it to take your cares away or help you be more flexible. Look at that with the wind. And I said about there's a lot of wind energy here. See this wind, like, and she's got her toes in the water and the air, the wind is like blowing. It's like throwing her cares to the world, letting go. Wind energy is very cleansing. So if you have had kind of other people's energy stuck in your aura or around you, pulling you down, getting out into like some fresh air, some fresh wind, and asking the wind, literally you can ask the element to help pull that energy out of your aura or clear it away from you. I feel like that's really, really important for you, because there's been this sort of like negative vortex around you or behind you. I feel like it's happened, like it's a vortex you were in and it's now behind you. And it's created a lot of strength within you to have gotten yourself out of that negative vortex, you know, whether that was someone else's vortex or like your own kind of depression. But you are finding ways to, tap into more joy and do more rituals that help you get out of this and heal this and come back into balance. So seek out places where you can be in the wind, like the beach or something, and ask for it to take your cares away or help you be more flexible. The pentagram can also signify that a union is here or awaits you. Well, this is very good for those of you that are looking for, we have the 7 of Cups here. This person is like looking for love. So for those of you that, you know, you've been in perhaps a difficult romantic cycle that you've had to cut cords with, someone a bit sneaky or someone a bit with that Knight of Wands, like a bit of a just passionate, someone here to kind of sort of use you in some way, or kind of maybe have more of a lighter connection than you wanted or something along those lines. I don't quite know it'll be different for all of you what the exact scenario was, but you know, if you were looking for actual like a committed love, this card is saying like unity is here for you. It's awaiting you. A significant union is coming. So this pentagram should always be seen as a symbol of positivity. Yay. And if you're in need of protection, the pentagram is your symbol. That's a lovely place to end it on. I feel like that's much better. You know, you are moving out of this heavy energy, that cyclone energy. You're cutting cords with someone or something, moving away from something that's been like sucking you into a sort of vortex of darkness. And really finding this beautiful new healing period. And you can draw on the 5 elements to really help you with that, to find that protection, to clear your energy field, come back into your own energy. Yeah, really, really. I think with that King of Cups, like water in particular will be very healing. Being near a body of water, being near somewhere like the beach. We've got 2 beach cards here with the World and the King of Cups. I feel like this is you, Scorpio. You're like on the beach with water all around you, and that's going to be very, very healing for you through this time. So, okay, my lovely Scorpios, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this resonated for you. I'm sorry this was such a long reading, but I needed to get to a point where it felt like a little bit of upliftment was coming for you, which I definitely believe it is. So hang on in there, even if you're feeling a bit depressed and lonely at the moment, or a bit upset about the situation, whatever it was. I feel like, you know, being near water, letting some tears flow. Don't isolate yourself too much. Call on a friend, you know, find things that, you know, some hobbies and things again that used to bring you joy. If you've become a bit, maybe, I don't want to say codependent, but if the relationship that you were in, this connection, if it took up a lot of your energy and sucked you into a bit of a vortex and left you feeling really drained and down, you know, it's really, really important for your own mental health to try and go back to finding those communities and those places and those hobbies and things that you used to love doing. Like, don't let go of those parts of yourself that you used to, you know, that used to bring you joy. It's important to kind of free yourself, cut cords, free yourself from whatever this negative energy is, and tap back into your own energy. Protect yourself, be out in nature, and you'll get through this. But yeah, don't isolate yourself too much. You know, really call on friends or call on someone, or join a community group, or reach out and ask for help. You know, contact a helpline if you need to. Join a community group, do some volunteering, something out in nature could be really helpful. Just don't isolate yourself too much through this period, and you will get through it. So all the best with your journey. Please leave a message below if this resonated, if you feel comfortable sharing. You know, don't ever do anything outside of your comfort zone, only if you feel comfortable sharing. If it resonated, I would love to hear from you. And thank you so much for supporting my channel. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for hitting the notification bell so you'll be notified next time I upload a reading. And all the best with this healing journey that you're on, and all my love and support. And I will see you in the next reading. Bye, Scorpio.